So hey guys, today we'll be creating a logo using GIMP. For that, I'll go and create a new file. I'll keep the size to a square so that it would be preferred for a logo. And then I'm going to just quickly import all the stock images I have already downloaded. Always try to keep the quality of these images which you add to your project to the maximum so that you can get a great picture that of your end product. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the main component of my project, which is this symbol, and I'm going to scale it up a bit so that it can fit the most part of my picture of my project. I think this would be great, and then I'll use the move tool to move it to the center of the logo or just a bit down. Yes, and then I'm going to use the selection tool to select and crop out all these white portions in the symbol, because I have other plans for the background, so these will create a mess later. Then this banner is what I was thinking to add my text on, so I'll go and scale it up a bit too, and then I'll use the move tool to move it to the position I think it would look the best here. And then the same thing, I'm going to just crop out the white portions. And now what I want to do is I want to go to the filters and then enhance and then to sharpening. I want to sharpen the image to make it look better. Always try to click on the split view button so that you can see what is happening and what was there earlier. I just want a darker border, so I'll increase the amount a little bit and the radius to the max, and then this looks good to me. So we'll go back, and this is the basic layout of my project where all the other images and the backgrounds will come. I'll just make some changes here so that I can get that perfect look which I have in my mind, and then I'll just scale it up a bit to fit properly, and this would be good enough, I guess. Yes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the other images which I want in the 4 pockets in that symbol. So first image is this, and I'm going to place it over here. I'll scale it up so that it can fit the portion of the background image, and here I think I should place it over here, and it needs to be a little big, so this I'll place it like this. Now the thing is, to save your time and you want to look your overall picture good, you don't have to work too hard on these stuffs. So what I'll do is to crop out all that extra portion from the image. I'll use the lasso tool and roughly cut out these portions, and I'll invert my selection and then press delete so that other portion would be deleted. So you don't need to be too precise in this because overall image won't be affected by this. And I'm just going to quickly do it for all the other images, and I'm going to speed up the video a little bit to save your time. Here in this image, I first want to crop out that black stock mark from beneath. So I'll use the crop tool. Always remember to click on the current layer only and then click on the center to crop the whole picture out. and then I'll do the same thing and adjust it to its location. This is what the overall look of my project would be, and I'm pretty happy with it. It turned out great. Now I have a plan to like give an extra effect to the symbol. Yeah, so I'm just going to go and duplicate this layer. But first I think I should rename all the layers so that later I won't be get confused. So I'm just going to do that quickly here. So now this logo too, I'll just scale it up a little bit, and then I'll use the move tool to place it just above the previous symbol, the logo one. And you can use your arrow keys to get to the precise point, just like this. This will give that inner border kind of effect which I wanted, and this looks pretty great to me. This, and this is the banner, and I'll just move it up a bit, just right there. With all these images, I'm just going to rename this first, and yes, and these images, this is the front end of the project. And now let's work on the background. The white background looks decent, but I have a flower picture that I want in the background, so I'll just go to that layer and I'll scale it up to the maximum size so that it can fit the whole project's background. Then I'm going to use the move tool to bring it in the center, and I think this will work. Let's check how it looks from other perspective. This looks good to me. I'll just move it a little bit. I think this will work. And now I'll delete this background layer, we don't need it anymore. And this is the logo. And now I think I am going to add the text. For that I have selected the banner layer first so that the text would be overwritten on this layer, and then you can write any code you like. You have features like bold, and you have different font sizes, you have different font styles, and you can customize this in whatsoever way you like. And when you are happy with it, just click outside so that it will create a new layer, and then you can use the move tool to move it to a position you will think it looks the best. I'm just going to scale this a bit so that it will fit perfectly here. And this is, I think this looks great. I'll just move it a bit with the arrow keys, and yes, so this was a great fun. I hope you all liked the video. Thank you so much for watching.